So we're now going to be talking to my avatar. This is Gabe Newell, who is on my business card. It's the second name on my business card. And we're talking to you from the spot on grid right now. And next to me is Theresa Kinney-Johnson, who's the co-founder of SO3d.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Theresa.
How's everyone doing today?
We're doing quite well. Thank you. We can all hear you now. And Theresa is the founder of SO3d, or the co-founder, and she's been very, very helpful in setting this whole thing up. So I'm going to just zoom back a little bit and show you what we're seeing here. We're actually sitting in a little virtual conference center that we built. And if you look around to the back of the room here, hopefully, we have a couple of people in the audience. Hi, Victor. And normally we could also put up a representation of any room we want here. So that's the conference center here. I'm going to take a walk out into it now. And what we see in the background is a little virtual trade show that we've built here, and also a virtual command center. And if we look at the command center, we've actually taken a picture from a real-life command center, and the builders at SO3d did a great job of building this up for us in a really quick time frame. I've done similar things myself, but I don't really have the skills to do this all the time, and it would have taken me a much longer to do this. And so SO3d, they offer services to do building, to do real-world data report, and so it makes it much easier to apply this technology. And that's why I think that it's getting to be time for businesses to really start engaging on this and starting to push the envelope of how we use this technology. Okay, so let's actually walk in there. But before we do, I'm going to take a look at this control panel here. And if this was a real-world panel, I don't have access to any real data right now, but so we mock this up. And normally what you would do is you would be able to take any device that's modeled from the real world, and if you clicked on it, you could then actually bring up some data from that page. Right, so we could actually then have the actual access log for that particular badge reader come up when we clicked on that badge reader. So another example of how you can take that real world data and see it in a different way and make it more intuitive. So if we were actually modeling a real facility here, you would know exactly which door you were at. By clicking that access panel there at that door, you would get that log. And so knowing where you are in real life based on the virtual model that's accurately done in real life it's a very nice capability. I'm walking into the command center, and you can see that we've built a virtual workstation in the middle of this. It's actually a picture taken from a command center in Chicago. And so we try to create a workstation that immerses you into that environment. So now when I'm sitting here, I kind of look like I'm actually sitting amongst the real people there. And that's the whole point, is to be immersed in this environment. Right, that's just a tile picture in the back, but we didn't spend a lot of time building this. And again, SO3d really came to my rescue when I told them what I wanted. They made it happen. So if we take a look at our monitors here, we have a little moment for our sponsor on the left there, but there's a typical security video that a lot of us have seen something similar to this in the past. Right, so we have a red car going away with a green bounding box that's been generated by an analytic. Pretty familiar, right? And you can do this in real life, but I'm doing this from here. You can be doing it from home as long as you have good internet feed. But in real life, if we wanted to react to that alarm, we would probably dispatch somebody out to go take a look. But since we're in the virtual world, and since we can model it, anything from real life into here, if we take that red car right there, and we have all of the environment model, we could then just say, let's go out and take a look. So I've just transported out into a simplification of that scene. And now, instead of looking at just a piece of video, I can actually take a look around the environment. I can see where that car is going that video wasn't showing me. So the spatial aspects of having something model from real life gives you a completely perspective on things. I can't do this with video. That alone, right there, changes your viewpoint of everything, right? So, at this point, we could program this to send a dispatch to the police, to send that video clip, or we could send something on to the next responder. There's all kinds of things we can do in real life, and of course, we don't have the data to do that here. But hopefully, we've given you an idea of what could happen when we have that real-world data. I can program any data I want in this car. I can pick it up. Any data you have, I can get to it. If there's spatial data, I can model it in 3 dimensions. Right? So that's a very powerful proposition, and I think we're just really scratching the surface of what we can do with this. So I'm going to click on the car here because this is kind of a scripted event, and it's going to take us back to the trade show. And what you can see here is these are some well-known pictures that we've all probably seen before. We've got our sponsors up here. And if this were, well, we're actually going to do a little bit of a trade show event here. So, Tessa, why don't you tell us a little bit about Spot On 3D you can do for the people here?
Hello, everyone. Spot On is a new company. We've been in business since 2007. Our specialty is shaping web pages into web spaces, so that no longer you're just reading a web page, you're actually in the web space. And this allows business to interact with their customers from the web in a much more intuitive and personalized manner. Our goal is to become the first virtualization of the internet as we know it today. Our primary focus is on business and education. We offer turnkey solutions for online meeting, conferencing, and training, visualization of call centers that lower overhead and labor costs. We provide custom programming, content creation, design, execution, and conceptualization. We're also seeking beta partners to help develop and test our standalone grids. These are environments like you see around you, but they're encapsulated behind your firewall and allow you to use it to work with other people from around the world, to have meetings with them online without actually requiring you to travel, as well as develop prototypes and have inter-office meetings as well, and even house staff if you want. We use cloud technology integrated into our systems, as well as regular traditional server technology, and our goal is to further your influence beyond your day.
Thank you, Tessa. So, again, the point here is that we're now having companies that are standing up to offer services to get businesses into the virtual world quicker, so you don't have to learn the skill set. They can do everything for you. You tell them what you want. And it's also, I can tell you that it's a lot cheaper than you might think. I've been really impressed by their business model, and that's why I kind of featured them here, because I'm hoping that they can help us all do more with this technology. So thanks, Tessa. And,
thank you.